Gonna follow this ball up, going for the 50 off the ceiling, back to the midfield. Justin will catch it, flicks it around Sypical, off the wall. Justin, the solo play!
Just spinning around the defense of Space Station Gaming. Look at the cuts, look at the control that he has, and Arsenal has just no shot getting to that ball. Justin playing.
Justin off the ceiling. Arsenal lets it bounce. Garrett will come in. Another defensive double tap will push it downfield. It hits the corner. And Reynolds will have a chance to keep this ball in play. He's got Arsenal in support. Arsenal tips it off the backboard. Got by one defender. Justin, that shot won't be good. It hits the ground. But Justin, he gave him the opportunity.
Wow.
What an ending.
And for Space Station, for NRG, light flashing before their eyes here with that miss.
Type of defense we're going to be up against, and Justin is inches away from finishing the good job. Garrett G going to fake this for Squishy, and it's going to tie up Sypical in the net. The guy had no chance.
The poor guy is watching this, and to be fair, he made a great save there on the goal line. And how do you read that? Garrett could have a second touch. Squishy's waiting in case he doesn't put
the pass down. Sypical will have Reynolds in the middle. He's waiting. And a demo from Arsenal. This is looking good for Space Station. The setup, Reynolds will finish it. The demo sealing the opportunity, and Space Station are right back in it.
James just said Arsenal, and he's been playing a phenomenal game, to be quite honest. The guy's been winning challenges
because he can go for those fakes, and then the dribbles, those shots you don't expect. Oh, that's a miss, though. Justin, airborne. You don't want to give him this chance.
Beautiful.
Over the defender. An isolation play for Justin, and that is not what the doctor ordered for Space Station.
My, oh my, what a dunk from Justin.
Aerial dominance so far for NRG.
A lot of individual efforts being shot at that Space Station defense, and now Garrett just pokes it free. It's a free goal for Garrett. Great shot, and up 2-0, or 2 goals rather, for NRG.
Yeah, it's typical here. He's trying to push forward because he sees his teammate get demoed in front of him, so he's thinking, well, I don't want to let
Can't get that block. Justin with the mid boost, slowing it down. Arsenal tips it over. The shot is good. Arsenal keeps hopes alive. And you see, there was no clearance. He perfectly chipped that over Justin.
It was a gorgeous chip. And Garrett G, he gets caught in the classic 1v1 scenario. You're caught near post with the guy on the same side, and Arsenal just picked it up too quick. Strong shot to the back post. Space Station got a chance, but they missed. Arsenal misses the boost. Arsenal missed the boost. Oh,
and look at the pull shot, Corelli. The pull shot for the goal. Look at this.
Justin just got bopped into the ball by Garrett. He's shooting the player and the ball, and he still scores.
Space Station, they were back into it thanks to that heroic play from Arsenal. Beautiful touch. And that kickoff, I mean, you see it all the time. Those kickoff goals can be all the difference in a game. And it was here.
It's got to sting, to be sure. But unfortunately, Space Station don't have too much time to really dwell on it. And I know we've been talking about NRG. They've been playing really well, but I don't know. I kind of just parked my camera the rest of that game on Arsenal's perspective, because he really has been a phenomenal show right here for Space Station.
Played it well, got the corner boost, but Justin, another air dribble. He's going for the double.
Oh my gosh.
Down to Garrett. What do you do if you're Reynolds?
What do you do if you're Reynolds? You see him get this nice soft catch, and then that extra little pop-up high. You got to try and defend the top of the net. It's your only choice. You believe he can score that.
And you see the quality of challenge, the quality of touch coming out from NRG, and Space Station, they're finding a little bit more space. This one's up to Arsenal. Can he get the touch on target? He will, and he'll tie it up with 30 seconds left.
Product of just needing to size up a shot, but Arsenal just hits it so square. I mean, Squishy knows it can go anywhere. And at 74 miles an hour, just Sypical's all over at the moment. Just knows exactly what NRG's plan is. It would seem another fake, and it's going to tie up Squishy on the goal line. Sypical turning into a wizard.
Look at these fakes. He never hits the ball. He never hits the ball. He faked it all the way. And it allows that ball to roll in front of the net. NRG panics. Space Station confirm. They take the game. That was so smart from Sypical.
And we had hints of that in the first game, Corelli, with the back and forth. Sypical is so difficult to get by.
We're more than happy to stick that ball in that NRG corner, because Like you pointed out, James, you know, it really was NRG having to work overtime as they get tied up again on the 2-on-2 transition. One tried to cut down the challenge angle here. Is Squishy just trying to get in the way, and I mean, Garrett G's kind of just frozen with Reddles' approach there. He can't get a good line on that ball.
Nice first touch from Reddles. Made Justin go for it. That shot, it's on target. NRG will get a quick response.
Reciprocal. Oh, he's stealing corner boost, and Arsenal's technically the third man back there. And he just got surprised with how strong that touch came off. So Reciprocal trying
to get aggressive. Comes back to bite him.
I don't think anyone was expecting Justin to be able to go from his backboard and we'll see a demo right into a goal.
Well, it doesn't matter if you gave one up if you're going to take it right back. And there's Reddles out of the corner. Again. Such great understanding. It's actually very
last man, and Justin skipped it off the post.
The instant shot as well almost worked out. This one's just going to get in though. Arsenal will find the transition, catch him on the counterattack, and Spacestation up by 2.
Yeah.
Going to be perfect on that.
Exactly. Had to be perfect. I mean, it's all about the lead because Squishy
had a bit of a slow start, but they are anything but slow right now.
And they, again, have slowly been cranking it up. I truly believe they just needed a couple calibration games to figure out what NRG are going to be throwing at them. And to be fair, I think NRG clearly...
And still neck and neck, and I honestly, you wouldn't expect anything different. Justin trying to squeeze one into a real tight window, and Squishy's going to come through as Space Station, they get caught in the unavoidable trap of you have to dribble it across the net, and there's only one angle you can take.
That was a smart challenge from Squishy.
They can make those adjustments, even mid-game. Light touch, but it might be enough to keep the ball out of the net. Squishy scoring this one.
Oh no, was this Reddles or Arsenal?
Arsenal sitting around Reddles.
I knew I needed a second look.
Justin backwards, hitting it up. Oh, did he get the flip reset?
He's got him.
Oh my goodness.
The World Championship, or the North American Championship, all on the line. And he's pulling out new tricks.
You hit him with that one?
The final seconds tick away. NRG, you know, in this series, this is a tug of war. This is a tug of war. 2 games to NRG. Space Station answers back. And now NRG will stop the momentum for Space Station and move to series point.
Really, and me, I'll go play passive if you'll go play aggressive.
Well, it's tough to tell. You know, it's if you believe in your defense, you can go for the counters. But Garrett G is all offense.
Well, unlucky. Everyone on Space Station in the same corner as Reddles just gets a poke off the corner and has no follow-up. Reddles, you said it, James, tip of the spear. He's putting the pressure on NRG. And Corelli, you mentioned it earlier in the series as well, the off-ball play, but nobody cares about that. Squishy's scoring shots from the corner.
And you see that the play here from Arsenal, he had only one pad. He's got Garrett G zooming in. And it looked like he was trying to make the touch and get the boost steal. Yeah. Trying to do too much there.
He was trying to jump with the ball, and it just didn't get it. That's a fake, though. And a good shot here from Reynolds will get through. Space Station on the board.
Felt this one was going to happen as soon as you see Garrett G get punched off that ball. The demo comes through on the goal line as well, and Garrett G trying to recover gets faked out as well, and Squishy's just like, guys, I don't want to look at
series coming down to these final seconds. Space Station has to keep it airborne. Reddles will pop it. Sipical off the side. He keeps it alive. Taking it up the wall. Arsenal circling. Arsenal. And that will touch NRG. Escape with the series win.
Wow. And NRG, they played well in the beginning, had to adjust to what Space Station was throwing at them here and came out with a good game plan. They got chased around a little bit by Reddles, but in the end, come out.
Instead of tipping this down into the middle and giving him a chance to read us, I'm just going to let that fall back.
Yeah.
My heart skipped a beat watch, and I was like, oh my goodness. Just missed that touch. It's going to be for Justin off the post and in. NRG, 14 seconds. They'll take the first game.
Is there anybody in big moments that steps up better than Justin?
Man, I'm trying to size up how that ball even got through everybody and what possessed Justin to just get so tight on that approach.
Oftentimes, Spacestation has been sending 2 players chasing after NRG. One on the ball and then another man, but is this one just picked off by Squishy, and NRG get another one?
Wow, and you don't see this coming. You see Reynolds going for that corner boost. He's not thinking that this ball is going to be sent right back to him. Doesn't make contact.
Oh, it's awkward.
Oh, and Reynolds is floating there. He's just sitting all the way back. Spacestation, I mean, you saw that playing through. Squishy had passed it a dime over to Garrett.
Yeah.
You think Garrett's going to score it, bangs it off the crossbar, and then the ball's floating up.
Department, defense, offense, doesn't matter. The dude's been dialed in, and unfortunately here, still not enough. Oh my gosh, are you kidding?
No.
Oof.
And now, how did this happen?
Okay, so Sipical's on the wall. Garrett G just floats one. A little tester towards the net. And
Did Sipical bump him?
Well, Reynolds was up.
She.
Now Squishy's going to bail him out. Justin was like, I'm not ready to make a second one yet. He's going to have to, and Reynolds not going to give him a chance. Pokes it just past him to the far post. Space Station finally get it back.
That
Almost seems like justice, Corelli.
Yes, that was exactly what I was about to say. There is justice for Space. Bailed out by Reynolds clear. This will at least get Space Station some space to move downfield.
Pass, Arsenal up, leaves it for Reynolds, who catches it. The shot is good! Space Station with a clutch win in Game 3.
Look at Arsenal carve him up. Fake, bye-bye. Actually, I think he might have got a little poke on that ball down to Reynolds. Ooh, either way, he just threw NRG for a big loop, and Reynolds delivered.
And I love seeing the player cams there. Reynolds just screaming, yes, the little rock in the chair says, okay, here we go. We've got it. We've got it figured out. We finally converted on a good play here. That's the Space Station.
You know, I was looking at that play and I'm thinking, oh, he might shoot at first. Oh, double demo. Situation where Justin's got to be last back.
There it is.
No hope, 3v1. SSG, this is what we expected them to do.
It is the bread and butter of SSG. Getting the demo on Squishy opens up just that space between the ball and the box.
Forces the defender to jump. Reynolds in net will get the save. Justin, the corner boost, or the mid boost rather, picking it up. Weaving his way around the net.
No way.
90.
It's Justin versus Space Station Gaming in this series, and he's just carving through the defense once again. Another highlight play for Justin.
They needed to, and what a touch from Arsenal. Oh my goodness.
Boldness. Lob off the backboard. Garrett goes for the far post, and he hits it. Garrett G. The precision strike in overtime.
I can't believe this one was let in. Arsenal on the backflip means he's not prepared for the shot. Sipical just doesn't get the read, and Reynolds isn't back.
It's just edging forward. Sipical's just sucked into the ball. I mean, he rotated back post. Awkward. He had a line and everything, and then he just pulled himself forward into the middle of the net right as
getting on in such a small window of opportunity, and you don't have much time to think about it or to aim. On Garrett beats the third man again.
And it's another massive gap between the play and the last man in Space Station, and NRG poke it free once again. Justin had one of these earlier. Squishy, I think.
Be able to go airborne off the ceiling, loses possession. And NRG will take over.
Justin just reading this game immaculately. He's going to stall it out in the midfield for Garrett G to come through and do this to him.
And again, a mistake on the Space Station side, just kind of giving the ball away for free. Sipical not getting a hold of it.
Honestly, he had everything set up perfectly, and he was going for the shot to the top right corner. Justin cut it down. He had Sipical on the outside edge, and you'll never know if it's going to make a difference. Justin going to close it down.
And
you're seeing the writing on the wall, Corelli.
That might just be enough here. 37 seconds left. 3-goal lead now for NRG.
Denied by Reynolds. Space Station not giving up yet. The shot will lead its way through. Garrett wants to finish this championship with a hat trick.
And it's all smiles on the NRG side. Everyone giggling and laughing over
NRG. Space Station. You knew it would be a battle. And there you have it. The marathon of RLCS X is over, and NRG crushed the finish line as champions.
Well, to talk about that victory, we're bringing on one of those Season X North American champions. It's Garrett G. Congratulations on champion title.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad I'm in. I said I hope I have another winners interview, and here we are. Thank God.
Right? It sounds like it was definitely a challenge. You're like, oh, thank God. It was close there. There was a hard-fought battle there from SSG as well. You guys blew it away in the last game of that second series there, but it definitely felt like there was a bit of a challenge along the way. Just talk to me through this final series. This was the last series of RLCS Season X here. What were the emotions like walking through it? Did you guys realize at one point, like, oh my gosh, this is the last time we're playing this season? Or were you entirely focused on what was ahead?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of bittersweet. I've gotten used to playing so much over this past 9 months. And I was kind of sad that, this is the last match. And obviously you have the thoughts like, oh, this last match after 800 individual games we played could, end in how it started. Honestly, split one, the first regional, we lost to Spacestation. So I think it was fitting to play them at the end. Honestly, I was very stressed. I was super stressed for this match because, it's that play style. It's really hard for us to play against, and I'm just glad we were able to take it.
So was it a little bit of the icing on the cake to take down Spacestation in this finals? Because Spacestation throughout most of this year had your number. So did that help this win here?
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of overplayed. I feel like they beat us in fall a few times, and then we barely saw them in winter, and that was the first time we beat them. I guess I just wanted to win. I don't care if it was, yeah. Whoever, but yeah, definitely. I feel like it, went complete circle, I guess, if that's a saying. It definitely adds a little bit, but it could have been Orgla's team. I'm glad we won the entire season for NA. So, good no matter what, whoever we play.
Yeah, Garrett, talk to me about, I want to take things back to the beginning when you first brought Squishy on, and, there's obviously a lot of different conversations that were going on. I mean, we've kind of had these talks all throughout the season where it was not like BDS, not like Europe, where no one believed you guys were definitively the best. Proving that journey to prove that and leading up to here, what was that like for you guys as a team?
It was hard. I mean, it felt like, very routinely we were second best. Like we would make finals, and it wasn't even like we would choke them. We would just run into these teams that had our number. Like, Rogue had that really good stint, even Envy, those first two regionals. It just felt like consistently we could not become the best throughout the season. We would have events here and there, like, regional 2 and both major finals and stuff like that. But it felt like we were always struggling to beat someone who was, the best at the time. So it was hard. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this season was the most stressful thing I've had in my career for sure, especially with like a dramatic roster move and insane new talent, like, Spacestation picking up Reddles. Fall was probably the most stressful because it's like we made this move and we kind of went sideways at first, even though we were playing really well. At the time though, it felt like, what are we doing wrong? Is it me? Am I just falling behind here? I'm glad I do have those feelings though, because it's like we all three want to consistently, be the best. I think that's why we were so consistent over this whole season. But Squishy's just someone who he hates losing. Everyone hates losing, but he's gonna work on it. Like, as soon as the series is over, we'll sit there and talk for like an hour about what we think we did wrong or what we need to do next time. And we just grinded it. I'm kind of ranting here, but we really did grind it throughout the whole year.
Well, you talk about bringing Squishy on, and I think everybody had high expectations just given his name and what he's done in the scene. There it is.
I was going to ask at some point, so I'm glad you jumped on that.
But, I think expectations have to be high bringing someone like Squishy on. And there's that transition period that all teams go through, but people thought you guys weren't going to. But my question is, the season's done and dusted. You guys put a nice, pretty bow on top. What are the plans for the offseason? I know IWO is on the horizon, but after that, any big plans for you, the family, the friends, anything like that?
A break. We played more games this past year than ever before, but honestly, I think as soon as this is over, we just can't wait for LANs. We want to do it on LAN. We want to show that we can do this on LAN too. I think that's what we're going to be looking forward to for until they come. We'll play and grind our hearts out, whatever, online, some of that, but we're looking forward to Worlds. We want to play a Worlds, and I think that's going to keep us motivated. Even if there's a long off season, I think we're going to stay motivated. But definitely a break, definitely a big break.
Well, again, I was being honest. My last question was about the dog pen, but now that that's out of the way, I want to ask you just overall, looking forward. You guys are going to take a break here, and you said you were stressed over the season. Consistently being that second best team. Do you feel like now you are that team and you're well enough ahead, or do you feel like teams are right on your tail still?
I think they're still right on our tail. I think this region's it's just way too competitive. Like people make improvements so quick. I have always this whole season I've felt like we are the best team just off of mindset alone, but it's kind of in hindsight, you don't feel that in the moment, but yeah, I think still like that top 5, top 6, it's very close. Like I think we're barely the best, but it could change next weekend. It could be different next weekend, but that's the battle, is bringing it back consistently.
Well, we could keep you here all day, but you got to go celebrate. There's lots to get to and a break as well. So Garrett G, thank you so much for joining, and congratulations on being the RLCS Season X North American champions.
Thank you, Leaf.